Hello there. This is your Uncle Don. Sure. And you know what I think would be fun? Let's visit the zoo. Oh, we'll see all the strange animals and have a grand time. Yes, sir, and here's a great big bus, too, all ready and waiting for us. So hop right on board, everyone. All right, driver, let's go. Oh, boy, this is a lot of fun. Let's sing a song as we go along, shall we? Here we are now, all of us, riding along on a great big bus. Out to the zoo for lots of fun. We'll visit the animals one by one. We'll see elephants, camels too, the monkeys and the kangaroo. Watch the seals and the polar bear, peek at the lion in his lair. The ostrich and the tall giraffe, they look so funny you're bound to laugh. Here we are now, all of us, we've reached the zoo, let's leave the bus. All right, all out, everybody. Here we go. Now, what do we see first? You want to see the giraffe? Okay, we'll sing a little marching song as we go along to see him. Hooray, hooray, the giraffe we'll go to see. We'll say, his neck is like a tree. I'd hate to have a neck like that fastened on to me while we are marching through the zoo. Yes, sir, and here is a giraffe. Shall we sing about the giraffe? All right, we will. Oh, a most odd-looking animal is this one called Giraffe. If you and I should look like him, we'd make most people laugh. He's been known to measure 20 feet from his head down to his toes. That's taller far than any other quadruped that grows. He's a funny-looking beast, I declare, with spots all over his hair, with his hind legs short and his front legs long and a head way up in the air. Giraffe has got a face that looks a little like a deer's, with things like little horns on top, as well as 2 large ears. He does not have to stoop to eat, nor kneel down on his knees. Instead, he eats his luncheon from the branches of the trees. He's a funny-looking beast, I declare, with spots all over his hair, with his hind legs short and his front legs long and a head way up in the air. I guess Giraffe's contented with a neck as long as his, but I should never want one, no sir. And one good reason is, if I should eat my dinner to appease my appetite, why, it might not reach my tummy till the middle of the night. He's a funny-looking beast, I declare, with spots all over his hair, with his hind legs short and his front legs long and a head way up in the air. Now, what will we see next? The ostrich? You want to see the ostrich? All right, fine, let's march. Hooray, hooray, oh now for the ostrich bird. They say, he's the biggest of all I've heard. He must be quite a chicken, just colossal, that's the word. Now we've found him at the zoo, yes sir. And here's the ostrich cage. My goodness, will you look at him. Isn't he funny? Let's sing a song about the ostrich. Okay, here it is. Oh, now look at the ostrich. What a bird is he. He likes to go around in bands with other company. His head is very small indeed, with a beak like a duck for a nose, and a neck that is so very long, it looks like a piece of hose. Oh, the ostrich, he's a funny-looking bird, I think. Oh, the ostrich, his eyes stick out and blink. The ostrich, though he is a bird, will never be a flyer. He tries, but all he does is to run, jump just a little bit higher. His legs are very long and strong, with 2 toes hard and thick. Look out, don't get too close to him, for my how he can kick. Oh, the ostrich, he's a funny looking bird, I think. Oh, the ostrich, his eyes stick out and blink. Soft and plume-like feathers grow on his tail and wings. When plucked, they're used for millinery and many other things. The ostrich acts most queer indeed. I don't blame him for that. You'd feel queer too if part of you was used to trim a hat. Oh, the ostrich, he's a funny looking bird, I think. Oh, the ostrich, his eyes stick out and blink. When ostrich bird is scared, he pokes his head beneath some sand. My, what a silly thing to do for one so big and grand. He thinks because he hides his head that no one else can find him. He just forgets the rest of him is sticking out behind him. Oh, the ostrich, he's a funny looking bird, I think. Oh, the ostrich, his eyes stick out and blink. And now let's go see the old polar bear, shall we? Okay, march. Hooray, hooray, we'll look at the polar bear. He loves to stay in the cold and frigid air. If he likes it, he can have it. After all, what do we care? We're just visiting the zoo. And here's the polar bear. Boy, oh boy, look at him. Let's sing a song about him, shall we? All right. Oh, now let's see the polar bear, so big and white and strong. He likes the snow and the ice and the cold, for his fur is thick and long. We cannot play with him, you know, though he looks tame, he's wild. And to try to touch or pet him is not safe for a man or a child. He loves his favorite dish, fish, but he never stops to cook it. He swims and he runs like everything, although he does not look it. So let him have his icy baths and eat his uncooked fishes. I'd rather bathe in water warm and eat hot food from dishes. Yes, sir. Well, where we go next? The kangaroo? Okay, let's march. Hooray, hooray, hurrah, hooray, hooroo. We're on our way to call on the kangaroo. He may look odd, but after all, he's born that way, it's true. There are lots of odd things at the zoo. Yes, sir. And here's the old kangaroo. Let's sing a song about him, too. Okay, here we go. Now here we have the kangaroo, as odd as anything in the zoo. He has a thin and a pleasant face, and he never walks from place to place. His hind legs are both long and strong. His tail is thick and tough and long. So when he uses both of these, he hops through the air with the greatest ease. With a jump and a bump and a jump and a bump, that's how he has to go along. No wonder that his face is thin, his hind legs thick, and his tail so strong. Now Mr. and Mrs. Kangaroo have babies sometimes. Sure they do. And the baby's life is not humdrum. They ride in a pocket on their mommy's tum. Yes, sir, there's a pocket in their mommy's coat, right in the front, as you will note. The baby-roos just jump in it, and mother isn't bothered with them one bit. Oh, in Australia far away, you may visit some fine day. That is the home of the kangaroo, who can jump much better than I or you. With a jump and a bump and a bump and a jump, that's how he has to go along. No wonder that his face is thin, his hind legs thick, and his tail so strong. And now let's go visit the lion, shall we? Okay, march. Hooray, hooray, we'll seek out the lion bold. They say he's the king of the beasts, I'm told. That may be so, for this I know, he's wonderful to behold. So we go marching through the zoo. And here we are at the lion's den. Boy, look at him. Let's sing a song about the lion, shall we? All right. The lion is the king of beasts, I'm sure you've heard it said. Most of them come from Africa, their hair is tawny red. They go when they're mad and when they're glad and when they go to bed. But when they go, then it's time they should be fed. He is a distant relative of our dear pussy cat. But if you want to fondle him, I pray you don't do that. They go when they're mad and when they're glad and when they go to bed. But when they go, then it's time they should be fed. His paws are full of great big claws. He knows how to use them. So those who reach hands in his cage are very apt to lose them. They go when they're mad and when they're glad and when they go to bed. But when they go, oh, then it's time they should be fed. Yes, sir. Where next now, the monkeys? All right, march. Away, away, to see the monkeys play, day by day in such a comical way. I wonder if it could be true that we were once like they, as we go marching through the zoo. And here we are at the monkey's cage. Listen to them. Let's sing a song about the monkeys, shall we? Okay. And now to the monkey's lair, all the monkeys will be there. We'll see the baboon with a wooden spoon, the combing his auburn hair, his hair, his hair. See the monkey on the trapeze, a-swinging by his knees. They eat and they play and they frolic all day and do just about as they please, they please, they please. If a peanut they should spy, why, before you could wink your eye, they grab it and race while the others all chase. To steal it they'll surely try, they'll try, yes sir. Monks have hands on their arms like we, and hands on their legs we see, and some have a thumb on their tail, I bum, where you think it no thumb should be. That's the spider monkey, yes sir. I once heard the tale of a monk that tickled an elephant's trunk. The elephant sneezed and fell on his knees, and that was the end of the monk, the monk, the monk. Ha ha! Well, suppose we go see the old elephant now, shall we? Okay, let's march. Hooray, hooray, to the elephant we will trip. Okay, okay, let me give you a tip. He has a trunk just like a nose, but it's his upper lip. We'll go marching through the zoo. And here's the elephant. My goodness, we'll have to sing a song about him. Okay, here's a song about the elephant then. Oh, the elephant is a great big animal out here at the zoo. He's high and he's long and he's wide and he's strong, and his color is a grayish blue. He comes from far off Africa, from India and Burma too. And he's bigger far than a motor car, and he's 40 times bigger than you. His hide is thick and tough and leathery, wrinkly too, you see. And he has a trunk on his face in the front where his nose ought to be. Now Kipling says the elephant's trunk was once small like a boot, but a crocodile bit on the end of it and stretched it out to a snoot. His ears are large and his eyes are small. Of peanuts he eats many, and grass and hay he'll chew all day. For a tail he has hardly any. All right, where next? The camel? Okay, let's march. Hooray, hooray, Now we will soon be there. Today, today at the Camel we will stare. Warm sweaters, scarves, and overcoats are made from his fine hair. We learn while marching through the zoo. Yes, sir, and here's the Camel. We must sing a song about him. So, all right, here we go. I like to see the camel at the zoo, wouldn't you? I like to see the camel at the zoo. He's a most peculiar creature with two humps that are a feature. So now let's see the camel at the zoo. The camel has a neck that's very long, long and strong. The camel has a neck that's very long. It is shaped like letter S, or a question mark, I guess. Well, anyway, his neck is very long. Some camels have two humps upon their back, on their back. Some camels have two humps upon their back. If only one hump he should carry, then he's called a dromedary. But a camel just the same, and that's a fact. On his back they strap a heavy pack, a heavy pack. Yes, on his back they strap a heavy pack. He will carry such a load as he jogs along the road. They say one more straw would break the camel's back. Oh, we must go and see the seals. You know, we pretty forgot about them. All right, let's march. Hooray, hooray, the seals we can't forget. He's strange as anything we've seen yet. He swims in icy water, but he does not mind the wet. As we go marching through the zoo. And here we are at the seal pond. Will you look at them? We must sing a song about seals. Oh, I wonder just how it would feel if we could only be a seal, to wear a fur coat just as they, bark and swim and play all day. Arr, 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 in the water we'll flop, swim underneath or on the top. Flap, 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 we'll flip to the shore. Arr, 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 and we're ready for more. A seal is not a fish, you see, but he looks like one, doesn't he? He is a mammal, that is why he breathes air like you and I. Arr, 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 in the water we'll flop, swim underneath or on the top. Flap, 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 we'll flip to the shore. Arr, 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 and we're ready for more. Trained seals can do tricks galore, walk a tightrope, roll on the floor, spin a ball right on their snoot, blow a horn with their nose to boot. Arr, 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 in the water we'll flop, swim underneath or on the top. Flap, 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 we'll flip to the shore. Arr, 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 and we're ready for more. Yes, sir. And now, I see time's getting short, so tell you what we'd better do. Lots more animals in the zoo that I would like to show to you. The porcupine and the grizzly bear, Chihuahua dog who has no hair, crocodile, alligator, hippopotamus, the horn on the snoot of the rhinoceros, antelope, leopard, and wombat, the panda bear and the tiger cat. In the birdhouse we will find parrots of most every kind, the great big stork and the tiny wren, the hoot owl and the South Guinea hen, the pelican with a bag on his beak where he carries food to last a week, flamingos pink as any rose, and the penguin in his full dress clothes. I see our time is all up now, but we'll go again and I'll tell you how. I'm always right here close to you if you just play the records through. Hippity gets hot, sa ring-bo ree, Sabonia skippity high-low-dee, Honey-co-dope with an alakazam. Sing these songs with your Uncle Don.